8:35 on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. So welcome to all of our guests. Welcome to all of our team members to Keep It Moving Group Coaching. We come together 3 times a week, and we believe in the collective wisdom. We believe in pushing each other and holding one another accountable. And my hope and my intent is that everyone that comes in these sessions leaves just a little bit better, or at least provokes some thought or something to do in your business this week. So let's go ahead and get rolling. I'm actually going to turn it over to somebody. If you're a guest here, we always have someone bring us out on the field. And I don't know, or maybe she has, but I don't recall. I'm going to go to Yul Reed. Yul Reed, Kenny and I were talking about you the other day. Love your energy, love your spirit, and I love your ability just to get back to the raw sales skills, knocking on the doors, doing the actions that are going to lead to you getting into contracts. So big fan of what you're doing in Southern California. So Yul Reed, you know the routine, you know the route. Yep. Let's have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful January 23rd, Monday morning. Let's hit it.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Monday morning. The sun is shining outside. And guess what? We have still 343 days left in the year. That's only 343 days. So I'm excited to get out there collectively, individually, as a team, continue to grow, continue to give, and continue to be the best version of ourselves. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I feel that.
Yeah.
I absolutely feel that. So Yuri, let me ask you, you're so passionate about what you do. You're obviously a mom, you are an entrepreneur, you're running a successful business. Like, what gets you up every single day? What lights your fire? What ignites you to do this business at a high level? And proximity. You don't have proximity to everyone like we have here in the Bay Area, but you're still very attached and very involved. So what gets you up? What's that fire every single morning to meet the day with the level of energy that you do?
Well, it's knowing my purpose of why am I alive in general, right? Is to continue to help growing people, help giving back, empower people, give a leg up. And so that always just gets me up because it takes me out of myself. It takes me out of my doubts. It takes me out of just the nitty gritty every day. And when I focus on the bigger picture, it just gives me that energy to keep going. And you know, that applies to my business as well. I think it's really exciting. I'm still new to the game, and so there's a lot to learn, but I just feel like every day I can continue to give people something of value.
I love it. I love it. You guys, if you don't follow Yul Reed, definitely give her a follow. She's somebody that's producing content, and she's constantly on the go and sharing with you what she's doing. And so Yul Reed, love the energy, love the message for this morning. I wanted to ask, do we have any veterans or any active military, anybody that's ever served? Please put your hand up on the reaction screen below if you have ever served, or if you are serving, or if you know someone that's served. Let's just go there. All right, cool. So nobody, but here's the thing. Everyone knows who a Navy SEAL is, right? I think that we've spoke about Navy SEALs. I have a huge appreciation, respect for Navy SEALs. And I was watching this video the other day, and the video was centered around execution. And so the guy that was speaking is a Navy SEAL, and he was called a breacher. The breacher is the one that goes in first. The breacher does all the research, all the intel, all the reconnaissance on the breach point. So when they get there, you know, fully blacked out, it's the middle of the night, and they're going to breach. So what he does is he gets up to the breach points, puts that little sticky thing on that you know, is a charge that will blow the door or whatever. And then he backs up to a safe distance. And he says in the distance, all he can see is all these glowing green lights of all of his other Navy SEALs, right? And what they wait for is these 3 words: execute, execute, execute. And as soon as that happens, then they breach, and then they go in. You guys know what the Navy SEALs are destined to do and what they're designed to do for that role. And so he said now in his regular civilian life that the execute, execute, execute reminds, or it comes to his mind every single morning. And he realized that in business and in life, that is the one thing that will separate you from the people that are to succeed in business and the people that do not succeed in business. And we've spoke about this before. When you don't execute, then you are letting yourself down, your team members, your family, all the people that are looking to you. If you have people that are looking to you for financial support. So when we're going about our business today, what I want you guys to focus on is execution. I love you guys. Listen, you know I do. And I'm full of gratitude when you guys actually show up to the room, but this is just us getting ready to do the work. I feel like coaching is us getting ready to do the work. And then when this screen is done and you guys are out in the world and you guys are out in your regular world outside of coaching, you guys have to say, you know what am I going to do today to execute? Am I going to go back to bed? Am I going to make excuses? Or am I going to get up and do something that's going to move my business forward today? So I have a question before we get started, and you guys can write this down. You guys can share it with your team members. You can share it with yourself. You can create a video on this. I don't care, but I want you to ask these questions. What are 3 things that you need to execute on today? Give you an example. We're going to go to George Martinez in a minute. We're going to talk about open houses. Maybe it's follow up on your open house leads. Is that in your calendar? Obviously, we know that that's obviously important. Is it input everything into your CRM as well as into Real Scout? And are you tagging every single person in Follow Up Boss or whatever CRM you guys use? Is that being done today? Create a video. That's something I need to do today. Write my blog, clear my inbox, whatever that is. What are you committed to executing today? 3 things. Make it very simple on yourself. 3 things that you know that you need to execute on today that are going to move your business forward. I'll give you one of mine. I'm still in the mix. I have to do 70 videos today. And this is one-to-one videos for people that came to Focus and Fire. That's one thing that's on my calendar today. Have to do that no matter what, hell or high water. So the question to you guys, once again, is what are 3 things that you need to follow up on today? What do you need to follow up on, or excuse me, execute today? Write that down and make sure that happens by 6 o'clock today. Write that down first and foremost. You guys need to focus on this. Using your CRM and using Follow Up Boss and using High Note. Let me ask you guys a question. Real Scout, Follow Up Boss, and High Note, what do those 3 tools have in common? Anybody take their stuff off of mute. What is the one thing that those 3 tools have in common?
Analytics.
Yeah. All right. So Vanessa, let me hear from you. When you say analytics, what do you mean for the people that may not use the program just yet or the way that it's intended to be used? Vanessa, what do you mean by that?
All right, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. By the way, how are you feeling?
Feeling 100, maybe like 98% better, a little congested still, but I tested negative and I said, I gotta go. I gotta get out of this house.
That's right. That's right. She had the vid this last week. And so I'm glad that you are on the mend. So Vanessa, let's hear it.
Yes. So what I mean by analytics is, once the client goes in there, right, on Real Scout, Follow Up Boss, of course. And what was the other one you mentioned?
High Note, Real Scout, and Follow Up Boss.
Oh, yes. So literally anytime somebody goes in there, it tells you real data on, when they looked at it, how long they looked at it. That's specifically on High Note and what they look at. And then on Real Scout, you see which houses they click on. And so you, like Elias said, treat them like kind of like Amazon, because they looked at it. You find a little bit of data or details, something you think that they may not know, and you share it with them. And it's just, a better way to reconnect.
I love it. Vanessa, thank you. And let's be honest, you guys, right now, give me a show of hands. If you are using Real Scout and Follow Up Boss to the #1 highest use of that program, if you're maximizing the use of the program, please raise your hand. I promise you, when you dial in your CRM, when you dial in your your Real Scout, your business will change because you're now more organized. You can see your tasks, when to make calls, you can text to the system. Everything is housed in one place and it makes your life easier. This is okay. But if you want to get great, then make sure that you have an effective CRM that is working for you and is organizing things. You guys, all you have to do is create a tag in Follow Up Boss and it automatically goes to Real Scout. And then you go in and you set up their search parameters. And now you're constantly seeing what your consumers are doing. And this, you guys, will be a game changer. Consumer analytics, consumer behaviors, and consumer patterns are something that you do not get by sending a list from the MLS. That works for the information. You don't get to see anything on the back end. So point being is make sure that your Follow Up Boss and your Real Scout is on point. If you need any help, please schedule time with me to meet with me individually, and I can help you with this. But I promise you, this will be a game changer in your business. automate the things that you're doing so you can give yourself more shelf life and give yourself more time to do the things that you're really, really good at. So let's do this. Joellen, you're on the call. A couple people I have on my list that want to talk to you today. So let's talk about open houses. I want to hear from 3 people that hosted an open house this weekend. I want you guys to tell me what's good out there, how many people you saw, what's the sentiment, because I thought, and a lot of people thought, that when we started to experience the shift in the market that we've been in, we thought that this may happen and may stay a little bit longer. But you guys, it is January 23rd, and we are already seeing the tide shift. This is a really good sign for us. I never worried about it. I never thought about it. I just felt like, okay, let's just adjust a little bit. So I'm excited about where we are. So George Martinez, let's hear from you. And then please give me 2 other hands up on the screen that want to talk about their wins from their open houses this weekend. And Joellen, you're actually a whole separate category. So I'm coming to you 4th. All right. All right. So George Martinez, let's go to you first.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, big dog.
So this weekend's open houses, Carmen and I hosted our listing. And so we put it on the market on Monday, and we got about like 10 private showings during the week. I hosted a broker's tour on Wednesday, and we had about 12 groups come by. So we hosted Saturday and Sunday as well. We had about 15 groups on Saturday, and then about 17 groups on Sunday. And a lot of the people were repeats. We noticed a lot of people were coming from all over the Bay Area, the peninsula to Hayward. Then we looked at the inventory for Hayward, and we were like, holy smokes, our listing is the hottest one in Hayward. Like, who else has zip lining, a basketball court, like a 2-story custom playhouse in the backyard with a fully rehabbed house? But not only that, there were some people that we were talking to, and I've actually never had a lender at my open house before, but I saw the value in it, having someone there this weekend, was that actually someone that I was chatting with that came in was like, oh yeah, me and my wife were browsing 6 to 12 months. And then he just absolutely fell in love with the house, and it helped that we had a lender there, because then he started speaking to the lender. And then now he's getting pre-approved, and then came back the very next day with his agent and was like, you know what, my 6 to 12 months, I'm actually going to put in an offer on this place. And Carmen and I had such great activity. We had someone on the first open house on Saturday tell us, hey, my clients love this property. They want to put an all cash offer, close immediately at list price if you stop the open house right now. And we've had about 6 people offer to do preemptive offers on our listing, but we're waiting for the inspections tomorrow, because I told Carmen, you know what, let's get the inspections so that way we can get our clients a fully non-contingent offer. And we're listed at 1.2. We're anticipating at least 1.3, 1.35 on this property with multiple offers, because so many agents have been blowing us up like, we want to do a preemptive, and we're like, nope, you could wait till Friday when we're reviewing all the offers, and then we're going to go ahead and counter back at 24-hour EMD instead of 3 business days.
I love it. And obviously someone's probably going to shoot their shot and send in a preemptive offer, and that preemptive offer better be clean, better be well over asking price. But I need you guys to realize the urgency in the messaging right now to consumers. And this is an amazing video. When you come on these coaching calls, what you're hearing is you're hearing third-party endorsements. Third-party endorsements means that someone else is experiencing that, and you are a junkie. You're taking all that stuff and you're using that in your stories and in your videos. You guys, the window and the margin for opportunity is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You guys have heard me say this over and over in the last couple of weeks. Now you guys are truly, truly seeing the extent of it. Here's what else is going to happen in the next couple of months. And sooner than that, you're going to start seeing more preemptive offers. You're going to start seeing more preemptive offers. If you guys were in this market last year and the year before, guns a-blazing, I've always called it the wild, wild west. We are not to that level yet. However, we are seeing more buyers in the market, more competition, and look what's happening. I like your listing. It reminds me of like Fantasy Factory vibes. I love what's going on there. But you guys, this is a clear indication for you to create some amazing, amazing content about that window of opportunity. Use the stories that you're hearing. George, so happy for you. And let's go over to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you had your hand up. What's your contribution? Let's hear from you. And then I need one more person. wants to share about their open houses. So please raise your hand if that's you. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
Okay, so I hosted Saturday and Sunday. And on Saturday, this is a home that's been on the market for 65 days. On Saturday, we had 15 people come through, and on Sunday, we had 6 people come through. The price point is 2.5, so it was a pretty good group of people, and I hosted with Jane on Saturday, and we got like 6 leads, people with no agent who are looking to buy the next 3 to 6 months, specifically in Piedmont, Alameda, and like Kensington, so those price points. And then on Sunday, I was hosting with Jung Hee, and we booked 2 buyer consultations with people who are like getting into the market. So it was really successful this weekend, and it was surprising because this home has been on the market for so long. So we weren't sure like how the traffic was going to be, but we got like great traffic. And the plus is Piedmont has very little inventory, and a lot of people I'm out of breath because I was running up the stairs.
And your stairs are steep.
The plus is that Piedmont has very, very little inventory, and the people who are looking to move into Piedmont want to be specifically in Piedmont so that their kids can go to the schools. So it's not like they want to be in a similar neighborhood like in Oakland. They want to be specifically in Piedmont. So the good thing about that is we get to now go knock on neighbors' doors and do whatever, call them, send out postcards and be like, we have buyers who are looking to buy.
Beautiful. I love this. I love this. Let's hear from one other person, and then I'm going to come back. Aaliyah, George, and whoever speaks next. I'm going to come back to you guys in a second, so don't go too far. So one other person, tell me about your open house, the traffic that you had this weekend. Want to know, please share. I don't care what market you're in, SoCal, other states, or wherever. Who is that?
Alejandra.
All right, go ahead, Alejandra.
Hi guys. So I hosted an open house with Griselda on Saturday. We actually hosted for Jen, her listing in Oakland. It was good. A lot of people came by. Well, we got like 6 groups in total, right? The traffic wasn't as much, but the deal is like one good lead is all you need, right? And that was literally the best for last. We got that one good lead. We have her set up on Real Scout. We have a buyer's consultation with her and her friend on Wednesday. She even said it like, I've been kind of just browsing, shopping around for houses. I saw this one. I was on my way to get food, and I just saw your signs and I had to come in. So it went really well. She's already on our CRM. She's already scheduled. We followed up with other people too. So that's really nice.
I love it. I love it. And you know what I'm just browsing means? Says I'm probably going to buy something within the next 2 months. Casually browsing means that you're probably super interested in purchasing a home. You just need to find the right property. So let's do this. George Martinez, talk to us about follow-up game. What happens now? You've harvested all these leads over the weekend. What is the plan of action today, or did the plan of action start yesterday?
Yeah, so I had everybody sign in an iPad, and so I actually stopped being frugal, I'm not going to lie, and I upgraded my app to the Pro version. So I realized yesterday, once I ended the open house through the app on the iPad, it actually auto email followed up with everyone for me. And once I connected it to the Wi-Fi, it uploaded every lead to my CRM as a new lead. So I don't even have to do that work myself. And so when I was digging into that, I was like, holy smokes, like this pretty much does it for me. But now all I have to do, because I set the tone, is actually call them all and follow up, especially because I noticed a lot of the people, one of the questions I have in the app is that, do you have an agent, and what is your timeline? So I noticed a lot of people did ASAP to 3 months, and a lot of the people put that they don't have an agent. And what I've been doing as well, for those that do have an agent and say that in the iPad, I've been pretty much still following up and letting them know, like, hey, I see that you're working with an agent. Or sometimes I'll kind of fib and be like, hey, I saw in my iPad you didn't put or you put you're not working with an agent, I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. And then if I see that they have an agent, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm offering you a buyer incentive. If you're not tied to an agent, I'd love to, and you like to submit on the house I met you at, I'm willing to kick you back $5,000 of my commission so you could use for closing cost. I'm like, hey, $5,000 is worth spending because 0 divided by 0 is freaking 0. So I add them all to my newsletter that I just started. I call them, text them, and then I add them to an email and send them an email video as well.
I love it. George, for everyone that is asking right now, the app that you're using, please drop the app. And then Judith, if you can grab that link or maybe
yes,
put it in there. What's the app?
It's Open Home Pro. Or Open House Pro. I'm typing it in.
All right, cool. Awesome. Awesome. So great job. I love the follow-up game. So Aaliyah, let's talk to you about your follow-up game. And really quick, you guys, listen, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. People are thinking about newsletters. Oh, I want to create something. You guys, it is this easy. What George did is he used the template that we use for our weekly newsletter, and you just repurpose that. So you can embed your own, are you guys seeing my screen? Hold on, let me make sure. All right. Loading, there we are. All right, so what he did is he just repurposed our newsletter that we use for our team, and obviously changed some of the format, but the links, everything still looks the same, which is dope. And now it's all his information, and this is going out to the people he wants and his audience, and he can put different nuances and articles and things like that. So this was super, super easy. Our VAs can do this for you guys, but just take action. If this is something that you feel that you need to execute, maybe that's something you need to execute by the end of the day, by the end of the quarter, but put this on your execution plan, because I promise you guys, you're going to get tons of traction. I have a newsletter that goes out to 7,500 people every single week. So George, great job. Aaliyah, let's hear from you. Follow-up game. What happens now?
Everyone's already in my CRM. I didn't have the app, but I just inputted them into my CRM because we had them sign in. And I tag buyer in follow-up boss. So they've already been followed up with, but via email. And then today they're gonna get calls. If they don't answer, they're also gonna get video emails.
Beautiful. And you do this no matter what, every single time you do an open house, 10, 20, 30, how many people come, no matter what, that's your routine, that's your pattern.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Good stuff, Aaliyah. And then let's go back to where we at? Who was the third person that spoke? It was Aaliyah. It was George.
It was me, Alejandra.
Alejandra, there you go. Sorry, your camera wasn't on, but go ahead. Let's hear a follow-up plan today.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on my way to a showing. Follow-up plan, well, we already have them in the CRM. We already booked the appointment. I sent the link last night, so I'll just go, Griselda and I maybe can just send an email or a video. I was thinking of like just how great it was to meet them, and that we're looking forward to our appointment on Wednesday. And then again, we'll follow up with them on Tuesday, just as a reminder for our buyers consult.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. So what we've heard is obviously attendance is up at open houses. What we're seeing is people wanting to submit preemptive offers. I love what's going on with the follow-up game, but guys, remember this, and some of you are going to go and create a video today, some of you won't, and that's your choice. But the margin of opportunity for buyers is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I cannot preface this enough in your MailChimp campaigns, in your videos, to create a sense of urgency. Because we spoke about this last week. What a lot of consumers don't realize is the impact that buyer fatigue had on our market last year and the year before. That shit was real, and the stress levels were real. And so my hope is that we can get some of our buyers into contract before that frenzy starts to happen. Cynthia Peterson, let's hear from you.
And I share a follow-up technique my coach used with me.
Perfect.
Okay.
Do you want to share your screen, or is it?
No, it's verbal. And the reason that I'm passionate about sharing it with you guys is because it has worked on a really high level. I've gotten several old online leads re-engaged with it. So what you do is, of course, have something of value, have something to give the consumer when you call them. So the technique is you're going to call once. If they don't answer, call right back. Because that that triggers oh, wow, this person must really need to speak with me. If they answer on that second time, great, go into what you wanted to say to them. If they do not answer on that second call, leave them a message saying, hey, I have some crazy news to share with you about the current real estate market. Please make sure that you give me a call back. So you've called twice, you've left a voicemail. Now you're going to text them, hey, it's Cynthia. I know I just called you twice because I have something urgent to share with you. You're going to text them that. Then you're going to email them that same thing. And that has gotten a huge callback ratio for me in my lead follow-up. And if they don't respond, guess what? I'm going to do the same exact thing tomorrow and the same exact thing 3 days in a row, because eventually they're either going to block me or they're going to call me back. And I'd rather know if they're going to block me ahead of time, but it's been working for me in my business.
I love it. I love it. And you know why most people won't do that is because they think this. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to bother them. You know what, you guys? We're salespeople. Bother them because there's an old adage. Either these people are going to buy, sell, or die, right? And I personally want to work with somebody that is persistent and that follows up and has tenacity enough to go after my business. And so, Cynthia, I absolutely love the approach. Heard it. I know people have deployed it just like you that have been super, super successful with that. Good stuff. Cortez, you had your hand up. The big guy, you there? You put yourself on mute again.
Oh, there I go. Sorry. I just want to say I used Cynthia's method last Monday about the text message with the 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I sent out 153 texts. I had 6 appointments from that. And I was out showing 3 clients homes starting on like Thursday just from those text messages.
That's right. That's right. And yeah, and I agree with you, Cynthia. It's not that we're bugging them. Like we truly, truly have something that's going to impact their buying process, right? Like that's an important message. And so I think what has happened in the past is sometimes people get soft on their follow-up. Just a little follow, a little baby follow-up, and no, they didn't call me back. No, like how many of you have missed a call? And it wasn't because you just truly, truly didn't want to hear that message. You just missed the call. Right? But I would respond to a text message. And if I didn't see that text message, I respond to an email. So good stuff. Ilona, let's hear from you and welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to know, what is the really exciting news that you're sharing with these people after you contact them 3, 4, 5, 6 times? Because I want it to be something that's worth substance and not just like, hey, guess what? Interest rates are coming down. Like, what is that punchline? What is the piece of information that they're calling you back for?
Okay. Can I go, Elias?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I have to stand up.
You stood up for this. So
Yeah.
By all means.
Okay, Ilona, I am so glad that you called me back about this crazy real estate news that I wanted to share with you. The reason that I'm calling you is because it's my obligation to let you know that the window of opportunity is starting to close. I know that when we were looking at homes last year, it was really competitive. And so that's why you took a step back. Right now, there is inventory out there where we have an opportunity to go in and negotiate for you. In fact, I have a client who I just helped get $10,000 towards their closing costs. And we were able to go in and make an offer where they still had their contingencies. So I wanted to make sure to share with you this information, but this window of opportunity is closing because, as you know, the spring market is coming up. So have you guys already purchased, or is that still in the plans for this year? That's it.
I mean, incredible. Now, Cynthia, if someone was looking for this style of follow-up and this dialogue, where could they find this within our internal ecosystem?
Rewatch the video that we just did.
It's in Sales Mastery.
Oh, yeah. The Sales Mastery book. Yeah, it's in this amazing book called Sales Mastery, right here. And it's on Fast Class, it's on Slack, but rewatch these videos too. That's right,
you guys. So that Sales Mastery book, you could find it, you can download it, you can print it, you can highlight it, you can, what is the thing where you have it? Anyways, use sales mastery because the techniques, tactics, strategies in that are absolutely fire. And not only are we talking about follow-up game, but there's an amazing marketing timeline prior, right, to hosting your open house, and then the follow-up on it. The strategies in there, some of the best that I've ever seen. So Cynthia, great job. Ilona, does that address your question? And are you satisfied with that answer? Because I believe that we all are. Awesome. So you guys, before we go any further, I know that we might have some Cowboy fans on the line, but can I get a reaction if you are a 49er fan? Please just give me a reaction on the buttons and the. All right, so on the count of three, we're just going to give it up for our 49ers on the count of three, and this will be recorded. This is being recorded, so please get a little bit loud. 1, 2, 3.
Bang, bang, let's go.
San Francisco.
Niners.
All right, so someone put go Raiders. Vanessa, I'm gonna actually have you leave the call. I love you, but I'm just kidding. Nias, no shots fired over here, but we are a Bay Area team, so I thought I would represent and send a huge shout out. So let's talk about
that was a terrible game.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's not go into that. It wasn't a terrible game. You lost the game. Just take the loss. We're moving on, big dog.
I do have to say one thing though, is I shut my section down. My section, I shut it down. I had them on quiet mode the whole game.
Well, now they have you on quiet mode for the rest of the season.
Hey,
so.
But that stadium sucks. That stadium was not rocking like a playoff stadium like I thought it would be.
All right. Well, hey, nonetheless, Nice, your team lost. Take the loss. Let's move forward. I love you though, big dog. Let's do this. Let's talk about execution. I want to go over to Jo Ellen. Jo Ellen has been prepping, preparing, going through her presentation. She has something that she wanted she has a purpose that she is delivering on, excuse me. And she was able to do that this weekend. So Jo Ellen, I want to hear from you about how your event went. Tell us about your presentation. Tell us about your flow. Let's hear from you, Jo Ellen.
Good morning, guys. I have my camera off because I'm driving, but I'm going to pull over.
Okay.
It was so good, you guys. I'm just so proud of myself.
So for the people that don't know what it is, tell us what it was and then walk us through like why you're proud.
So it's basically, I did a presentation on home modification and home accessibility. Home accessibility means, is the home ready for a person who's aging? So can walkers, get around easily? Are there grab bars? Those type of things. And I built a relationship with an assisted living community in my neighborhood by hosting an event for her and her network. A month later, she invited me to come speak at her property. Now, these are not people that are already living at the assisted living community. We actually drove the traffic into the assisted living community. So we held an event to the neighbors. And we had 10 people come through. Everybody was sitting at a table. I gave them a handout of my presentation, as well as some market data. And then the other lady that was presenting, she was presenting on decluttering, as well as transitioning. When someone gets ready to move, they help you move all your stuff, right? And so she went first, and I went. And then after the end of the presentation, people had questions. And after we went over all the questions, I then at the end said, so if anybody here would like a free home assessment for me to come out to see if your home is accessible ready, or you need, resources for modifications, or if you just want to know what the value of your property is because you're considering moving into here. And then a lady in the back, I got her to raise her hand, and she goes, oh my gosh, I want to speak to you. And then that one lady raising her hand, 3 other people were like, I want to talk to you. And I got one-on-ones. I got 2 assessment appointments on Sunday. I got another one for a buyer that wants to buy some land and rescue. 3 of the people on there were invited from my Nextdoor app. And then they posted on Nextdoor, what a great event you threw, Jo Ellen. So we only have 19,000 people in our community, and I'm getting recognized from doing this stuff.
But the reason why you're getting recognized is because when you think of something and you have a plan, you execute on that plan, and then you do everything to support that plan. Your social content is supporting that. Your visibility in your community is supporting that. The things that you're associated in the community are supporting that. Hold on really. Sorry, Silas is crying and it's echoing, but everything you're doing is supporting this big vision of your business. And so talk to me about the presentation. How did you prep and prepare? Because I believe that there's a lot of people on the screen right now that want to improve public speaking. They want to get better on stage. They want to present with conviction. So how did you prep and prepare to deliver that presentation?
So I just did a lot of, I'm following a senior network lady that I really love. She's been doing this for a really long time. So I've just been following her, pulling up the data and just kind of modeling what she's doing. But I've also been in the senior industry for 9 years, both clinical and sales and marketing. So I took that skill set that I have and I blended it with my designation of a senior real estate specialist. So it's something I already know and love. And not only that, Elias, I have a bigger story to tell that I guess I didn't realize until after, was I know what it's like to put a hospital bed in your bedroom for an aging loved one that's going through hospice. I know what it's like to try to maneuver a walker around a small home that does not have an open floor plan. I know what it's like to try to get a senior into a bathtub that's not a walk-in shower. So I personally know how difficult that is. So if I can go in and help somebody identify those issues and maybe bring in resources to modify them or help them transition to another home that fits them.
You guys, and the reason why she knows that is because of Grandma Dottie. And she told me this story and I just knew that she was going to do a really, really good job because she has an understanding of this. She has some emotional attachment to it, and people don't want to like lose their home. It's either, hey, can I live in this home and age appropriately, or is it better for me to go somewhere else? So it's not saying, hey, you guys should move out of here. It's, can we make this house livable for you as you get older? And what you've done is you've really carved out a lane for yourself, but you've stayed consistent with your messaging and a really good execution. I thought about you this morning when I thought about execution.
And the nice thing too is that this community that I've built a partnership with, she's now referred me to other communities of her best friends. So now they want me to come speak there. So I'm planting these seeds. But not only that, it's coming to fruition. And, you know, I got some buyer leads this weekend from an open house. So I now have a plan on what I'm going to do with my open houses and where I'm going to hold them. So I'm being very strategic. So, yeah, if anybody needs help and they want to learn about this industry, I'm here to help. But there's another thing that I did too, that I really thought about you, Elias, was I threw a 40th birthday party at the Fast in Sacramento for my friend. But guess what? I drank virgin margaritas with Catalina because I had a presentation to knock out the next day. I didn't let that get in my way.
Awesome. So she was thinking about her preparation or execution the night before because she didn't want Baby J to come out. Baby J to come out Saturday.
No.
Joellen had an event to do on Sunday.
That was it for the year. I'm focused, I'm driven, and I'm letting nothing get in the way. Thank you guys.
I love it. So Joellen, just to let you know, March 23rd, and for our Sacramento people and people that want to come up, we're going to be doing an evolution mastermind in the office. We're having a stager come out. Well, our content room will be built by then. We're going to do a mastermind with top agents in that area. And so if you're interested in being a presenter or a moderator and a co-host with me, just let me know. I'd love to be able to get tons of people on. It's going to be a fun.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Elias. I also have a guest on the line that I met at the party on Saturday night too. His name's Mitch.
Okay, well, what's up, Mitch? Yeah, good to have you, brother. Thank you for being here. Gia, we're gonna put that out. It's gonna be March 23rd. Details are coming soon. Lineup is coming soon. It's gonna be fun, full tilt. We're gonna pack that office, and we're gonna have our brand new content room built by then, so people can go in, give testimonials, have some fun. So I'm excited about what's happening in Sacramento. So you guys. The conversation started with this. We talked about Navy SEAL, and we talked about a breacher, and the one that went in first, and then the 3 words before they entered was execute, execute, execute. Now, I want you guys to think about all the things that you are not, or you are executing. And then when you think about it long-term, compound effect, right? If I choose not to execute on this thing that I know that's going to help me in my business, what are the compound effects over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year? How is that going to negatively affect? Or who is going to be impacted by the result of my execution on a daily basis? Is that your children? Is it your mother? Is it your father? Is it your auntie? Is it your uncle? Is it your own personal dreams and aspirations? Is it your fur babies? Whatever it is, we all have different lives. But who will be impacted negatively as well as positively by the result of you taking or executing or not executing? It's really important for you guys to realize, right? We talked about this before, that success isn't a knowledge problem. I believe that each of you have the knowledge that you need to be successful. You watch the videos, you come to coaching, you guys are in the environment of learning, right? You guys are in that environment. That's not the challenge with success. The challenge with success is the inability to execute effectively and do that consistently, right? You guys can learn everything, but then for some reason, you guys don't take those steps. So today, what I want you to do is I simply want you to write down 3 things. What are 3 things that I need to execute on today? And I need you to make that a part of your habits, your routine. Because what happens is that we procrastinate, we put things off, we put things off, we put things off. And then we look back at our business. You guys want to make excuses, look internally and be like, damn, what could I have done differently? That's the message I want to leave you guys with. And I want to leave you guys with. Priscilla, what? Priscilla? Were you gonna say something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's please make sure to mute yourselves if you guys are going to say something, because this is all recorded and we're going to use this for clips. But let's do this, you guys. I want to go through and I want to leave you guys some notes, and we're going to go around the room like we always do. 10 ideas that are going to move the needle on social media right now. Now, obviously, we're not going to go too far in the woods on all these, but these are just a handful of ideas that you guys can use to create some really cool videos. I'm yet to see it though. I'm yet to see this video, and I'm just, if you don't do it, I got to get out there. I just got to get somebody to follow me with the drone. But Oak Knolls development, right? Who's going to go and do that video about what Oak Knolls is? If you don't know about Oak Knolls, please do your research on it. But where are the emerging communities? Where are they people building? I saw a video that Christina Pineda and Daniela Lopez did over the weekend about them taking you on a tour of all of the new developments, what to expect, how to negotiate, how to ask for different things in the package. I thought it was a really, really cool video. I think we need to see more and more of that. So 10 ideas that you guys can write down. You guys can come back and watch this, but let me make sure that I give these to you. 10 things, 10 ideas. 1, things to know about my city. Hey guys, if you're thinking about moving to Irvine, here is 5 things that you need to know about Irvine, okay? 2, 5 things people love about your city. Hey guys, here's 5 things that you need to know if you're moving to Los Altos, right? Here's a cool one too. 5 things people hate about this area. Well, for me, I live in Lathrop. It's hot as fuck in the summertime, right? So it's like not always saying all of the great things, but what are things that people hate? You know, it's one thing that I hate about this area. I love living here in this house, in this little community, but a couple of things I hate about this area is that the food out here is not that good. I don't have many options like there is when you go over the Altamont. Like we have one good place that we go to. So 5 things people hate. 3 most popular neighborhoods in your area. Where are the poppin' neighborhoods? What makes them popular? Why is Poets Corner in Berkeley such a dope place to live? 3 most number 5. How much X amount gets you in your city? I love these videos. Hey guys, today I'm going to take you on a quick little tour and I'll share with you what $750,000 gets you in the city of Antioch. I think that's a really, really good hook, and I think that's a really, really good video. Number 6. 5 facts that most people don't know about this city. Now, you could get dark with the city, you could do different things, but what are 5 things that most people don't know about your city? Number 7, 3 things to consider when buying or selling. That one's an easy one. We're seeing this tons and tons over and over again. Interview with schools. So if some of you live in areas where the schools are rated 8 or 9, we happen to have 2 schools here, and they're both rated 9 and 10. There's a Tech Academy and the STEAM Academy, and our daughter goes to the Tech Academy. Why? Why is it top rated? Why aren't we sitting down with more people, interviewing them about what makes their school system so great and what are they teaching the kids that is different, and then driving those ratings up? Now that you are in contract, God, I love this, you guys. I think this should be done on a high note. What happens now you're in contract? Here's all the milestones. Here's what you need to know. Here's what I'm going to walk you through. Here's what happens from the moment you get an escrow, from the moment that you get your keys. I think that there needs to be more education on that and getting your clients more involved in the story, right? I've seen this here and there, but I would love to see the clients more involved in your story about their journey, them being the hero of the story, getting them more involved. You all have clients that were dope clients to work with. Dominique, you probably have a client right now, like, yeah, Tom and Sally, they were funny, they were cool. He pulled up on his Harley, he had tattoos, he was always the person making jokes. But like, Tom, man, you do me a favor, man, I want you to make a video with me. Let's make a video. I want you just to share what your experience was. And in your own words, raw, unadulterated, unfiltered, all of that. I think that makes for some really rich content. And if they send you a video that's a little bit longer, that's cool. Then you could chop that up and use it as reels. So there's so many things that you guys can do, but we'd love to hear the messaging come from your consumers and how your strategy helped them win, whether it was buying or selling their home. I think that's important. So let's do this, you guys. Let's go full circle. I want to hear from some of you guys, key takeaways from today. I'm fired up, you guys. It's Monday, a lot to be grateful for, but I want to hear from you. We have some guests on the line. It says Annabelle Sands. I don't know where you guys are dialing in from, but if you guys can take yourself off of mute, give me a key takeaway from today's group coaching and welcome. Thank you for being here. So first off, where are you dialing in from? Key takeaway from our time together today.
Guys, happy to meet you. I'm Elias Astuto from Puerto Rico, here with my team.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. So thank you for being here. Give us some key takeaways from our time together today.
So the execution talk is you know is a theme that everybody needs to hear, and the guys what you have shared with us is that you just don't overthink it, just do it, just go, make it happen, and we all procrastinate on basic things. So I guess that's my biggest takeaway. You wanna
love it. And listen, hey, check this out. You guys have some fans in the building here, all right? Puerto Rico in the house. I don't know what that says. I don't speak Spanish, but there's a lot of stuff happening in the chat, right? Awesome. Any other buddy on your team want to say something? Or if not, we can move on.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
we gotta be consistent, and we are looking for our customers, and don't give up on the first call. You gotta work until you got what you want.
I love it. I love it. So you guys, thank you for being here all the way from Puerto Rico. I appreciate that. I know that excites Maria and some other. Dominique, are you Puerto Rican too? Yes, I love this. I love this. Awesome. Awesome. So thanks for being here. Want to go over to Melissa Radke, and here's why I love Melissa being here. It's full circle. So Melissa came to some coachings early on when we probably had about 7 people on these calls 3 times a week. And I love that you're here and just kind of getting a refresher on things and just taking your business to new heights. I see what you're doing on social as well. So Melissa, key takeaways from our time together today.
Well, action is always something on the top of my mind because I can be a terrible procrastinator. So I appreciate you giving us all a kick in the butt. And Joelle and I was thinking about doing it's on my plan to connect with some of the assisted living facilities, but I didn't really know how to provide value. So that was huge for me. So thank you for sharing, Joelle. And thank you, Elias, for doing these. They're great.
No, I appreciate you being here and I really appreciate everybody's contribution. Let's hear from another guest and then we'll come over to Dominique. Mitchell, let's hear from you, big dog. Key takeaways from our time together today.
Excuse me, I've lost my voice today for the most part, but I'm behind the times as far as the tech goes. So I'm going to spend all my time checking up Follow Up Boss, Real Scout, some of the other things you mentioned. I think someone mentioned a book. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh yeah, Sales Mastery book. So I've got my homework set out for me, and I would have never known any of these things if I hadn't met Joellen this weekend. I was at that same party she was at. I was less attentive to my next day. So I did have some drinks that she did not have, but I drank for both of us. But I didn't have anything to do the next day. So
I love how we said that I was less attentive to the things that I wanted to do, AKA hungover. So
Well, no, I drank water, so I wasn't hungover, but I don't typically drink if I have to work the next day, and I didn't have to work the next day. So I took care of Joe Ellen and myself.
I love it, bro. Well, welcome. And Joellen can make sure you get a copy of that sales mastery book. We have it for internal team members, but since you know her, she'll make sure to give that to you, and you can, you're welcome to come anytime. We actually
Appreciate
celebrated our daughter's 18th birthday, and you know, my fiance had a moment. Her baby turned 18, but we made sure that the party was lit. Like, we threw a party like we would throw a party, not for an 18-year-old. We had a DJ, we had a top person, we had the 360 photo booth, we had the backdrop, we let all the neighbors know this house was just rolling. And so we had a little bit of fun. But the older I get, because I don't drink, but the older I was tired yesterday from dancing. Like, I'm not the person that sits idle. I literally just watched football all day, took a nap, woke up, ate, and just chilled. And like, come say hi, come here. Here's the 18-year-old right here. Happy birthday. Hey, rent is due. So just like $350 for the first month, but now that you're an adult, like, get your shit together. I love you, okay? We had an amazing weekend. So you guys, Mitchell, and to all of our guests, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys' contribution, showing up and doing the work. I have a shameless plug, and I just want to ask a little bit of help from you guys. I would like to speak at the EXP shareholders event. And so I submitted the application to speak. They are taking, obviously, votes. You guys can vote 10 times a day. If you guys would, and if you want to, I'm asking that everybody support me. I'm going to put that in the chat below. It's just simply giving me a vote. Or if you are wanting to speak as well, and you would like my vote, I would I would gladly give you my vote if you're looking at speaking on that stage. It's a big stage, so I want to make sure to deliver and to tell our message and to tell our story. So you guys, that is it. I want to thank everybody for coming today. I appreciate all of your contributions from Puerto Rico and from everywhere in between. I missed the link. No, I just put the link in right now. I literally, I think, yeah, it's there. It's there. It was put in.
I switched from my phone to my computer, so it's not in my.
Oh, I literally just put it there right now.
I literally just switched from my phone to my computer. Here,
okay, all right, it's there. It's there one more time. All right, guys. So listen, go out there, focus on your list of 3 things. We all know that there's ideas to create and do these things, but at the end of the day, you just have to say, what is the thing I'm going to execute on today? Like, I know exactly what's going to happen every single day. I don't live life by chance. I don't do this business haphazard. I have purpose. I have a cause. I have a mission. I have a plan. I execute on that daily. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. I appreciate you guys being here, sharing, contributing at the highest level. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and have an amazing, amazing week. Thank you guys for being here. Peace.